Hi everyone. I just now found out that a few people think when I was talking about how moms shouldn't need food stamps, that they got what I said wrong in many ways. I was lamenting about the fact that they do need to have food stamps. They do need to have that help. And they shouldn't have to have that help, but they do. And I'm okay with that. Absolutely. My mother had food stamps. Unfortunately, I have food stamps. Mothers nowadays have food stamps because they need it. It's the ones who are getting food stamps and selling them off, which I didn't even know you could do when they were on a card. And then those who are just, I'm not going to say having kids for the purpose, because I don't think that was their purpose. And they love their children, every single last one of them. And I don't think that they had another child to get more and more from the government at all. Okay? But you could at least find a way to work from home. Like, I'm disabled, and I'm starting to think about, once I get that Jornavix, starting my own little mini bakery outside. It'll have things like donuts, cakes, and such. And it's going to be cakes that are gluten-free as well as sugar-free. And then on the opposite side, you've got the regular cakes, which would be sugar-free as well. And then you've got the regular cakes, which would be sugar. Because I'm not going to force someone a lifestyle that they don't want. It's just not who I am. But I want to appease to all varieties of people, not just one. And yes, I would tend most likely to go more heavy on the gluten-free versions. And that's only because if they don't sell, I get to eat them because I'm celiac. So that's kind of my plan to earn a little extra money for me. You know, because I only get $940, and by the time everything is paid, I have maybe $200 to myself, and then I have my food stamps, and that's what I use to get the things I need, to get the food I need. I understand the need for it. And there are many mothers who are disabled that are having children. It doesn't just happen willy-nilly. I mean, come on. We cannot judge what a person actually needs. And I was trying to convey that in my message about food stamps. We can't pick and choose who truly deserves them. But then there's single, able bodied people who should be able to work, mind you, getting food stamps. And I think that's where the problem lies, because if they're single, have no obligations whatsoever, then why aren't they saving enough for a rainy day? You know? You would think that they would. I mean, rainy days come all the time. You can't predict when they will. So it's impossible to decide that. And so I don't pick and choose who gets food stamps. I don't complain. I was more trying to be there for people who truly need the food stamps. People like me, people like single mothers, people like families that are in a hard pinch. You know, you never get to tell who's going to end up that way. And yes, while I'm saying singles should be able to, I'm more saying that, you know, it's more that they need to look harder for work to support themselves. If they're disabled, whole different story. Unfortunately, I am disabled, but I hope once I get that Journavix that will be coming out eventually, once it's for long term instead of just 2 weeks after surgery, I would like to definitely be on it and doing more around my house, doing more everywhere. The weakness still remains, and that's where I will never get rid of my scooter or my walker. I will always be physically weaker than I should be. And I hate that. Trust me, I hate that. But I'm gonna try not to let it get to me. I mean, I'm still gonna have pain even with the Journavix. Oh, sorry. Forgive me for that. But because of the Journavix, once it becomes that way, I will still have the weakness and some pain. It's not gonna immediately be gone. And to supplement that, I may end up having to still take a narcotic on. But at that point, I would feel like it should be a lower narcotic. I don't want to do methadone. I don't. Methadone is just a legal form of meth to me, and I will not even think about it. That is my last resort on anything because it's got a higher percentage rate of people getting addicted because news, it's meth, just in a free form. I'm not wasting my time with that if I can just get the pain to go away other ways. So, yeah, that's my view there. Don't even get me started on politics. It won't end well. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I was not trying to dog people on food stamps. I was trying to dog the government for not making it easier for people to work and not need food stamps at a decent rate. That's all.